keys to the truth, coming directly to you from the road to God. I'm kidding. All roads lead to God. If you are an earnest seeker, and if you devote yourself enough to the journey. So today, as we are nearing sunset, sundown, dusk, twilight, I am thinking about color and what makes color. Where does color come from? What do I mean by color? Well, the color of things, the color of the material world around us. So you can still see some of the color. You can see the color of the trees. It's green due to the copper crystals inside their chlorophyll compounds. Remember, molecules, atoms do not exist. These are just fantasies. They are Gnostic fables to delude you from the truth. You can see the pavement is black. You can see the stripes that have been painted at intervals, and in some parts are white. You can see the sky is still blue, but you start seeing different shades of purple, orange, the sun yellow when it's up high. When it starts nearing the horizon, it kind of turns a little orange. You can see different color cars. So what does mainstream tell you that color is? And I usually don't like explaining the mainstream explanations too much. If you watch some of my other videos, I just do that on special occasions when I think I must address the subject. And I've kind of overlooked this one, but I want to pay closer attention to it right now and broach the subject. Mainstream fake science tells you, remember, science is completely bogus. It's all a bunch of parlor tricks to delude you from the magic of creation. Our universe is 100,000% magical. It's not materialistic, deterministic, reductionistic. That, like, they try to brainwash you, and they do. They're very successful. I was brainwashed for all my life, and most of us are still aren't. But so that's why they start teaching you as a child. Anyway, going back to the subject of colors. The thing about the color is, they tell you that the color comes from. They tell you that the color comes from the light spectrum, right? Supposedly, allegedly, they tell you that light is composed of a palette of colors, or 7 different colors, and then depending on an object, whatever light it bounces back, it gives up that particular color. So what they tell you, for example, is that sign, that blue sign on the right, they tell you, oh, that sign is not really blue, or those trees are not really green. What's happening, it's absorbing all the other colors, but it's reflecting the color that it's not. It's reflecting the green color. That is completely asinine and ridiculous and ludicrous. That's complete baloney. Okay? I'm going to repeat it again. Fake mainstream science tells you that things, if that truck appears silver or red, they tell you, no, it's not red. Okay? It's actually all the other colors, and it's absorbing them, but the one that it's not, it's reflecting the red because it's not red, because it's reflecting that particular spectrum of the light. And so that one here, I'm going to tell you how to decode it very easily and very simply. The side that follows the left-hand path, the path of the devil, they will always deal in opposites. They will tell you lies. They will tell you the opposite of the truth. So they want to spin the truth and tell you that what you're looking at is the reverse. So there you have them. That's exactly the telltale sign that they're lying to you, because they're trying to delude you. I look at a tree and I see that it's obviously green. Any 5-year-old, 4-year-old can tell you, 3-year-old can tell you it's green. And then they try to teach you, oh, it's not green, it's just giving off green because that's the light that it's reflecting. That's completely bogus. So you see that how they start twisting your mind as a child so that you believe this nonsense. And you can see it in today's headlines, in the news, the media, and all the scams that they run all the time. they use those same techniques so that your mind is boggled and you're hoodwinked into believing nonsense. Where if you're using hard logic, you would never fall for that trap. If you're an adult, you shouldn't be falling for that trap. But as a child, you're kind of gullible and you're trusting. So in this case, the key of children will also tell you that when they teach you that in school, they have a very hard time understanding it. Why? Because it's not true. You see, that's a white car. And the reason it's white is not because the white light is bouncing off of it. No, it's because the crystals, the material that makes up that car or the paint job is actually vibrating in that spectrum. It's vibrating in the white because it is white. The white is emanating from inside of it, from its surface. Why is the tree line green? Why is the grass green? Why is the sky blue? Because of the crystals, the particular crystals in the trees. They're copper crystals. They're green copper crystals inside the chlorophyll. And they're vibrating in that fourth chakra along the green spectrum. Okay, that's why it's green. Because it's giving off a green hue, a green light. When it is ordered by the sun or by some other light source to bring forth its color. So the sun tells the tree, vibrate for me, dance for me, baby. Tell me what shape you are, and it tells you the shape. Tell me what color you are, and it tells you the color. Same goes for the car, same goes for the sky. The sky actually blue is actually blue due to, not to the noble gases as some people have theorized. It's blue thanks to the copper sulfate. And I'll do a video on that later. But I'll give you a hint. The sulfates are coming from the volcanoes. And the copper's coming from the aurora borealis. You can see my video on what the aurora borealis really is. It's a plasma depositioning of copper to seed all the plant life around us with the copper crystals that it needs, okay, to transmute the light energies of the sun. So there's a lot of things that we have to uncover, guys, but the main subject of this video is the color. Where does the color come from? And I'll give you a very simple proof to drive home this fact. You see the back lights, the rear lights of that car ahead of me, that SUV? What color are they? Are they not red? I see them as red. Look, he's stopping. He's hitting the brakes and it's giving off a red light. Where does that red come from? Is it not coming from within it? Or is it coming from outside of it? Is it absorbing every other color but just reflecting back the red? No! You can see it very clearly. You can understand it very clearly with LEDs or lights of any kind. Those lights are red because they are red. Period. It's that simple. You don't have to convolute things. The back lights of that car are red because of the makeup, the particular frequency